It's been a while since I've done an update video. As you can see behind me, it's there's a lot going on. It's more bits and pieces under the covers and a bit of configuration, but let me run you through what's been going on and what's on my to-do list. Firstly, there are some turnouts on the layout which I haven't actually connected yet to the system. They haven't got point motors because I run out. So far I've been using the little, and it's slightly out of focus I know, but the little MTB MP1s, which are great little point motors. Compact, small, good price point, like them a lot. However, I'm not buying them anymore. The reason is that getting the cables into this bit here is so fiddly and microscopic. You need like a 0.25 mil cable in there. The 0.5 is pushing it. So I have gone for, moving forwards, same company, the MP10. This is, I believe this is their sort of alternative to using tortoise point motors. It's got the same footprint, even though it's not fully needed. The big thing about this for me is the fact that it comes with a detachable connector. So it's upside down. So you just wire it in and attach it here. So you can just take it out and put it back in again. That is so brilliant in terms of wiring, and if you need to get back into this, and this is a proper size. It can take a 0.5 cable quite happily. So you haven't got cables falling out all the time because the connections are so fiddly. Much better. And the price point, I believe it's like £1 or £1.50 or £2 more than that. Yes, of course it adds up. It's a couple of quid for my sanity and peace of mind. So I have a bunch of these and they're starting to go into the layout. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess on the layout right now. There's bits and pieces all over the place. Isopropyl alcohol for cleaning the track, various tools out for bits and pieces that I'm working on. So with iTrain, I now have my station clearly, not complete, but usable. So I can have trains coming in and out of the station, going around as it's a tail chaser, but also utilizing this reverse loop to head back again to the station. And I've made a fake station down here to give iTrain the option to work out new routes. A couple of point motors there where they need to be installed. Let's move those out the way. So with the correct speed profiling and training the trains to stop, for example, 5 centimeters before entering a new block, you have the ability to just set the entire thing into automatic and just watch everything go around. It may not be the same as driving the trains yourself, but there's a huge amount of satisfaction watching everything going around on its own, knowing that you've built it and programmed it. So let me show you what that looks like. You may have seen my video on speed profiling. I've been carrying on that work, doing the same for the rest of my locos. This is the little test track I set up, which you'll see in the video. I'll try and put a link somewhere around here for that. What I've been doing is just fine-tuning the start and stop locations. So I've got the speed sorted. Now I need to adjust how long it takes for the train, for the loco to stop when it gets to the end of a block. So each of my blocks is set to stop 5 centimeters before it starts the next one. And now I need to train the locos to stop at that -5 location. So I've been doing that. That's really important because that enables you to use automation in iTrain. So let's now take a little look at that. Okay, here we go. The 159 and the 414 are sitting in my pretend station behind. Meanwhile, the manor class is sitting at the top of the hill. So let's get that manor class running. Hit the start button. There you go, it starts to move off at an appropriate acceleration space. Right, let's get the other two going. Go and go. Right, the 159's got a route going this way. The yellow means it's reserved. The 414 is going this way, reserved. The manor class is going around. There is a chance the manor class might try and join the main layout. I don't know what will happen if it does. I haven't told it that it can't yet. So let's see what happens. 159's going around. 414's going around counterclockwise. Manor class is coming around, is going to do another loop of the heritage line. 414, as you can see, where's that going to go? I imagine it's going to come into this station. Yep, it's coming to the station. So it should come into the station, stop about 5 centimeters away from the buffer. Meanwhile, the 159 is going around and it's going to stop at the station it started at. Fair enough. And the stations are set to stop for 30 seconds. So let's see what that does. It's coming around. Yep, the pretend station, that's fine. Meanwhile, the 414 is coming in and it is stopping about 10 centimeters off the track, 5 centimeters off the buffers. Fantastic. Right, what will happen next is the 159 will carry on, but the 414 is going to try and reserve a route coming out, which means changing points here. So there's going to be a collision because they both want to go onto the clockwise track. So we'll see who leaves first, who reserves the track first is most important, and then what that means for the second. Manor class is carrying around going in a circle. That's fine with me. Right, the 414 has reserved it. It's changed the points, as you can see here, and they're going around. Meanwhile, the 159 is coming up. Hopefully, if I programmed it correctly, it will stop. Yes, it stopped. I need to adjust the distance there, but it's waiting for this to be released. The 414 is going on the reverse loop, I assume, to come back into the station. When this track is released, yep, I can hear the points changing. The 159 will now move forwards onto the same piece of track, and we'll see where that goes. I'm hoping it'll go and carry on doing another loop, allowing the 414 an easy route. So the 414 is now going around the reverse loop, which is out of camera shot. It's reserved, as you can see, all the points are locked. That's coming down. The 159, I don't know where it's going yet. I'll have to wait for this track to be released. It's also following the same loop. They're chasing each other. Fine, that's fine. So 414 is coming back. What I'm going to do next is put some points here, which means that coming down, you can actually go to the second platform because I have some platform lock. They should both be able to come in without issue. So that's a couple of points here and here. We'll fix that. 414 comes in and it stops. Yep, perfect. About 15 centimeters off. Manor class is happy doing its thing. Meanwhile, the 159 is going to come down here and it can't get into the platform. So it's going to carry on going around because it's got nowhere else to go. It could sit here and wait for 414 to come out and go up, but it's decided, no, I'm going to go to this station instead. And this is the beauty. The whole thing just does its own stuff. I've laid the track, I've done the wiring, I've programmed it. If it crashes, it's down to me. I need to fix that. But it's really satisfying seeing everything going around under its own steam, even if it's a diesel. So what's left to do next? Well, as I mentioned, I'm going to put a couple of points down here. I need to carry on installing the point motors that I've got around the rest of the layout, sort of around here, and also need to install the point motors that sort of go down here. Then it's carrying on. I'm still resistant in starting my scenics and anger beyond. I still need to finish the dockyard because I want to make sure that everything is working properly before I commit stuff. iTrain is still got a lot to do in terms of configuration for some of my other locos. That's going to keep me busy, and then I'm out for the summer for a lot of the time anyway. So not a great deal will necessarily happen in the upcoming months, but I'll keep the updates coming in terms of the little wins I have. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and speak to you soon. Bye-bye.